So have you ever looked around at the current crop of mountain bikes out there in the world and thought to yourself, if I had a chance to piece one of those bikes together, if I was one of the product managers of that company, it would look exactly like this, with these parts, these colors, and it would be freaking awesome. Well, a couple of months ago, I got a message from Leo from Pole Bicycles, and he said, Ryan, let's do a Loam Ranger Signature Edition Evolink. You can pick the colors, you can pick the parts spec, let's see what you got. And it wasn't even some cruel joke. He meant it, and today that bike is being released to all of you. Let me introduce to you the limited run Signature Edition Loam Ranger Evolinks. I am fully confident when I tell you that this is the best value, high performance mountain bike in the world. But with great power comes great responsibility. So I knew I didn't want to just pick every high-end component out there to make it some ultra expensive bike that would be unobtainable to most. I wanted to build a bike that put its focus on what really matters to mountain bikers out on the trail. Okay, so for me personally, I never want my bike to be an excuse for me not to push forward as a rider. Every single time I hit a line that makes me nervous or a jump trail that's a little above my pay grade, I always want to know that no matter what's ahead of me, my bike is completely up to the task. So the front suspension duties are tackled by a top-end RockShox Lyric RC2 in the red and black colorway. While the rear suspension, and I am so pumped about this, is handled by a custom-tuned EXT Storia Lock rear coil shock. You're welcome. Now on most regular Evolinks, they come with guide brakes, whereas on the Loam Ranger Signature Edition Evolink, it comes with SRAM Code RSC brakes, and instead of 180mm rotors, it comes with 200mm rotors front and rear. The tires on my bike are my absolute personal favorites, which are the Maxxis Minion DHF 2.5 3C, and in the rear is a Maxxis Minion DHR2 2.3. And rounding out the part spec is an absolutely bomb-proof GX Eagle drivetrain, a bike yoke revived dropper post in either 125mm or 160mm lengths, and a race face cockpit. Now, let's face it, the way a bike looks to the eye is super important too. So I took some inspiration from my favorite riding shirt, and I went with a Loam Ranger Signature Edition exclusive, all red and black colorway. And that includes the fork, which I think are equal parts tasteful and menacing looking. So that is the bike. There's a very limited edition run of these. They only ordered a few in each frame size and for each travel length. So if you are looking at getting a bike that will never, ever, ever hold you back, and in fact push you forward as a rider, comes with, quite literally, in my opinion, the best part spec for the money across the entire industry, then head to the Pole website and check out the Loam Ranger Signature Edition Evolinks. I really hope that the people who buy it enjoy it. Please make sure that if you do, that you tag me on social media, hashtag the Loam Ranger, because I really want to see people enjoying these bikes. And I'll see you on next week's video. Cheers, everybody.